Welcome to the Unpleasant Podcast. I'm Chase.
You sound sick. I'm Cameron.
God damn it. I'm almost out of the weeds. I feel like I'm back.
You have
for
a
the most
twinge
part.
of like...
I went to the gym today.
Really?
Yeah, I did. I
Do you feel better or worse after?
feel fine. I'm congested, I guess, but you couldn't tell with the weights. Clanging them 45 together, ba-ding, ba-ding. Everyone was like, is that a spittoon? I was like, no, it's just a big gorilla flipping cars and shit.
Fuck yeah.
Woo!
Gorillas have hair on the top of their head.
You've seen pictures of bald gorillas.
Not once.
I have.
What I think is so funny is that you brought up how you've been running. And it had been a week of you running, and then you just got deathly ill.
I got demolished, and I haven't done anything for a week. It's been hell.
Oh.
My back locked up. I was laying in bed for 2 days. Holy shit. And then you get out, and I was tilted outwards because my back was so tight. I can't suck my shit back in and like even level it out because it hurt too bad. I was in fucking shambles.
You ever have her walk on your back?
No. I
What?
I use a foam roller stuff. I'm fine now.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, I had to miss the movie we're going to see on Friday.
Yeah.
Bro, I texted you to tell you I couldn't come.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't come. And it took everything in my power. I was laying in bed. I couldn't open my eyes. Like, I knew I had to text you. And it took me 30 minutes to work up the courage to, like, focus to send the text. And then I laid back down. Like, oh.
Do you think it's true how girls say guys are way more dramatic when they're sick? Because we never are usually. We're trooping, but when we're down, we make it a bigger deal than when they're down.
Maybe, but I
think
know.
it's true.
I got fucked.
Yeah.
It wasn't me being a baby. I got
You're in the
anally
trenches?
fisted by the hands of God. I got gangrene.
You're gaping,
I had
stretched out.
I had syphilis. 6 days of syphilis. And on the 6th day of syphilis, my grandpa gave to me
Yeah.
one bad neighbor.
Holy shit. You
I'm
alley-ooped
so
yourself.
hot. It's so hot in here.
You didn't miss much, though.
The
I'll
movie?
be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to see Long Legs, and I didn't go. Why? It was so hyped up. I kept seeing clips. I kept seeing reviews. It's the greatest scary movie ever. It's a thriller. It's not even really jump scares, but it is one of those movies that keeps you on edge. You don't feel safe afterwards.
Yeah.
Saw a clip of 2 fat bitches sitting in the car. One was, I went with my mom, and this is our live reaction. And then looked at her mom. Her mom was like, I can't
Distraught.
believe what I saw. And the other one was like, blah, blah. And then you tell me it's ass.
So you saw a video of you duetting yourself in
Okay,
a
just
car?
get to
Sorry.
the movie.
Okay. I'll try to make it spoiler free, but I think movies are getting really good at marketing these days. And they
Yeah.
make you think it's the next Hereditary or it's like the next Paranormal Activity or something. Insidious. It just wasn't.
There was
It
a
was-
lot of marketing behind it.
Lots.
They had a number you could call and everything. You could dial the number and then it'd be
To
the
what?
serial killer on the phone. Like,
Are you serious?
yeah.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know
that. Yeah, it was a billboard with the phone number. You call it, and then the guy's like, "I want to wear your skin."
I'll tell you what, though. He made the movie. Nicolas Cage made
Mm-hmm.
the movie. The soundtrack, the score was amazing. The cinematography was great. I thought the story.
So then what didn't you like?
It
was a great movie all around, from
No, not all
soundtrack to
around.
actors,
Not
but it
all
was
around.
shit.
The story just had really good setup with zero. It didn't
Meat to
deliver. No, like everything was going in the direction of this is going to be an all-time great. And then at the end, for the last like maybe 30% of the film, it just completely fell flat and didn't capitalize on any of the built tension.
Oh, so they built up tension for 70% of the movie, and then it all came to a head, but they
Yeah.
didn't.
Deliver it all.
Oh, okay.
At all. And like
Dang it.
you called it before it happened type of deal by the end.
Oh.
And then, or at least we did. And then like there were times throughout the movie where you have to tell yourself to be a little patient because it's not like full of jump scares and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going through the ride and you're hoping that it ends up being a good ride, and you get off going, that's it.
Damn.
That's because I didn't think it was gonna end where it ended at all. Like I didn't
you
even
thought
have.
I was gonna keep going?
Yeah, I was like, okay,
You just stare at
we're
the
getting
screen and
warmed
you're
up.
like, that's it?
That's what it was. That's what it was.
That sucks.
Yeah, but Nicolas Cage fucking crushed it. His character, I'm sure you've seen clips. He was really good. I wish we got more of him. And the story was like interesting. It just did not deliver.
Who'd you take?
The girl, Tracy. Why?
So you took your bitch with my ticket?
No, there was 3 tickets.
Oh, you didn't tell me she was gonna go with the third?
Yeah, I did. You're too sick
Did
to
I?
probably remember. Yeah.
Oh fuck!
I said it was gonna be us three.
Who said she was invited? The fuck?
She wanted to see it. Your girl's always
I thought
invited.
you took your bitch on my dime.
No.
I was gonna.
No.
Woo!
There was 3 tickets bought.
Well, I'm glad that you guys had fun.
And your girl could come too, but she's fucking worried she'd come home and El Diablo's in her closet.
Yeah,
so I don't want.
scared of scary movies. Boo, boring.
Yeah. But yeah, you didn't miss much. I really like knowing you the way I know you intimately, sexually. You wouldn't have liked it. Let's fuck.
That makes me feel better.
Yeah, I think you would have been like, you would have laughed at some points because it's just outrageous, and then you would have been like, okay,
Fair enough.
so you're good.
Do you, speaking of my girl, do you ever intentionally
Hit?
do you ever intentionally annoy your girl? Like you know something's irking her and you just keep pressing the button.
I mean, of course. Like, what do you?
I got my girl to go upstairs, leave the living room, was watching TV, turn off the TV, go upstairs because of Bussy.
That can't be an uncommon reaction, brother. There's no way she doesn't leave the room you're in often. But what? You kept saying bussy?
Yeah, I was. Who wants this Bussy? I just kept doing this in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Finally, she was watching her show and just got so fed up.
She didn't ask you to
She's like,
stop?
I just want some quiet time upstairs.
Was there any lead up to this where she's like chill?
I thought the reaction was too much.
Too much.
It's a little dramatic.
Those are the
Just
times.
having a good time. I was laughing. I was enjoying myself.
Those are the times I kind of do what you were asking. Like, that's when I put my finger on the button a little bit. When I feel like I'm getting a reaction that's not warranted.
Yeah.
And who am I to determine what your feelings are? But it's not warranted, right?
Yeah.
And so that's when I'm like, I kind of want to keep itching.
Yeah. Who am I to invalidate your feelings? But you're crazy.
And I'm going to keep going until because you can't. We're in this now. Now it's
Because once she went upstairs, I kind of had like my jaw open, like, that really worked?
Yeah.
And then I back to it. Just by myself. Bussy.
the motion of you
bussy.
sitting in the chair. I can't look at your peace pipe right now because we're too close, but it looks like you're doing the motion of like dropping it all the way in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was having a good time. Yeah. When you could tell the reaction is unwarranted, that's when I'm really having fun. Because then even if it's like a problem you got to deal with later, fuck it. You know?
No, for me, it's like I'm kind of like a masochist in those moments because I know I'm on the tightrope and I know that like this is teetering between it being fun now and it being a conversation I don't want to have later. And that's what I want to get to the point where I'm just being bothersome enough to where there's no convo.
Oh, I always cross the line every time.
Of course you do.
Bro, ever since I was...
You're the most hated man in Linwood.
I used to make it a point when my parents were divorced, my dad would drive us home at the end of the weekend, and my stepmom would be driving, he'd be in the passenger seat. I'd make it a point every time to fuck with her so bad, like just to the point where she didn't like turn the car around or like have a full breakdown.
This is real mom or
Stepmom.
Stepmom.
Yeah.
But you could do that with just sort of like a falsetto.
Yeah, I got Dave to pull out his radio.
Yeah, you did.
Because he had like a nose trimmer in the back, and I kept putting it by his ear as he's driving, and finally, because I wanted him to change the song.
It wasn't enough. It was my hair clipper I brought.
Oh, why
And
did you bring hair clippers with
I
you?
think we were going somewhere for overnight. Or no.
That's not true, because you've
someone
never spent the night with us anywhere.
Scottsdale. Someone wanted.
So when we were 29, that's the first place you spent the night. Shut up. Anyway,
I worked up to it.
Anyway,
I
sorry.
worked up to
Sorry.
it. No, I think someone wanted their neck lined up. Something like that.
Had to be Dave.
Had to.
This shit is atrocious. I remember one time specifically where I knew where I was going, and I still fucked around. I was with my stepbrother. We're watching shit on YouTube. This is just scrolling. We found funny videos. We found the dude that did the song "Rock and Roll McDonald's."
Rock and roll McDonald.
Rock and roll.
McDonald.
And then in the song, there's a part where he goes, "Suck a polar bear's funky ass." And so my dad walks into the room, and he's not one of those guys that you fuck around with.
Right.
But
Because it's his home.
I was having you got to respect in the household. And I was having a good time. And he walks downstairs, and I go, "Hey, Dad, you could hit the space bar, suck a polar bear's funky ass." And me and my stepbrother dying. Greatest day of my life. But my dad's sitting there with the, you know you fucked up, right? And I just knew I was going to get grounded
Bro, what's
later.
annoying is that's all ego.
Fuck.
That's all ego.
Yeah.
You could just laugh it off.
Yeah,
bitch.
God forbid we have a good time.
You don't have
right?
to check us every time.
Yeah.
I can hold your nuts.
Yeah, Cam got in trouble at my house one time, and my dad told him that you couldn't hold my nuts. That you couldn't stack up against him. And
I was 14.
Yeah. Which leads me to the question I actually had for you.
Oh.
At what age did you realize you could beat the shit out of your dad?
What age? I think it was going right into high school for me. Because I had been training for a little while at that point, and then my dad's a little older. So
Yeah,
I was like,
so-
I could probably get him.
Okay. Because during that time period when he said you can't hold nuts,
Oh, no, he would have fucked me up probably.
yeah, my dad would have fucked us up.
Yeah.
And there was the fear because he could fuck us up. But he always used to say, "One day you'll get me, but today's not that day."
Yeah.
But now I realize we're well past that day.
You think so?
Oh, of course. Especially after the chemo and shit. His bones are brittle. I beat the fuck out of him.
He's back now, though.
No, he's
Yeah.
barely. Like, I called him today, and he was working out, and he made it a point to be like,
Yeah.
"I'm getting to it, brother. I'll call you back."
Yeah.
Like, you're doing shake weights, nigga. Shut up.
P90X.
Yeah, you frail bitch.
He's doing Pilates.
I've been ready to just let loose on his ass.
I think it'd still be a good fight.
No.
He has that that ghetto-ness that you don't have.
What?
Some blacks do,
he
some blacks
squares
don't.
up like this? Cool, all right. He squares up like a fucking idiot. Perfect.
He'll pull his pants up mid-fight 80 times, but it goes right back to his knees, and his hands are up here.
Right back. There's his pants at his ankles like, what you trying to do? I think realizing that there's a point you can beat your dad's ass is an important part of becoming a man.
For sure. For me, it was less that and more like when I beat him at the games that we would play regularly. Because I never thought about like actually beating the fuck out of him like a crazy person. I was like, we played chess a lot.
Uh-huh.
And there was a time where I realized that, I could beat him right now. I think I could beat him, but I feel like I copped out. I wasn't ready to do it.
You're scared?
Yeah.
You're scared to beat him?
And then ping pong I did beat him at. But
Oh.
those were like the games we played. So I don't know. It felt wrong to do it.
My dad, we played.
Would you just out nurse him?
Yeah, I cleaned that bedpan way faster than he did. He still has shit on his. I licked mine clean.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's how he got sick.
We played basketball one time. We didn't play many games against each other because I don't know. And it was when I was like 14, so I didn't have weight on me yet.
You have
And
pubes?
he
Did you
backed.
have pubes at that age?
Thanks. He
Pubes?
just backed me down the entire time because he's fucking 200 pounds and I'm 14. I can't hold out in the post.
Yeah.
Looking back now, it'd be like make 3 dribbles. So you have to actually make a move. This man would just dribble, back me down, walk me down to his right under the hoop, and then throw it in. I was like, you motherfucker. That's why you're a nurse.
I remember
A
back
doctor
then,
wouldn't do this.
when you were 14, you had the most pronounced Adam's apple
Yeah,
out of anyone I knew.
it was really bad.
Yep.
But
You
now,
want some
I don't know what happened.
you want some neck with that apple?
Do you?
Huh?
No. Do you think it's gone away, or is the beard covering it? What happened?
Don't
to it?
ask me that.
Look at me.
No.
Look at my throat.
No, don't
What's
ask
it
me.
doing?
I think you got enough shelter from the outside. And I would maybe need to go in from the inside to see what you got going on.
What? What does that mean?
Throat me.
Do you have anything this week? that you
Besides
could
seeing
think
the
of?
movie, that was like the thing I
Oh.
was trying to remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last night went to see comedy show with my mom and stepdad and my girlfriend. Had 1 beer and I took an edible halfway through. I forgot I haven't done anything in a week. So when did I realize that this is too much? As I'm driving on the way home on the freeway. I'm on the freeway and there's 4 cars. There's 4 Dodge Durangos driving like fucking retards around me. There's 2 dudes in BMWs that come racing past. I'm trying to stay within the lines. And at one point I had a panic attack for a split second. I went legit like, I can't be doing this.
Force yourself to reboot.
Yeah, my girl doesn't have her contacts in, so she can't see. Even if I was like, this is too much. Like, I gotta fucking bring the ship home.
You could always pull over.
No, I can't.
Yeah, fucking drive high.
No, pulling over was too scary. You haven't been in those situations?
What happens for
It was
me,
by accident.
if I'm on the street and I'm too high and I'm driving, I'm just like, everything is clipped. And I'm like, oh, that was 5 exits ago. Like, I keep realizing where I'm at.
What do you
That's like, as long as I know, as I could be super high and I can stay within the lines, but I have no idea, like, even more so where I'm at, because everything is like skipping. So let's say I'm at exit 150, I'll suddenly realize I'm at 155, and I was supposed to take
It's time traveling.
153. Yes, I keep rebooting at different times. Do you not know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I look through the lines. I'm just trying to make sure I'm within them. And then I'll be like, fuck. God damn it. How long has it been? And it's 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, there's still 25 left? Nope. I'm not going to make it. There's no way. Finally, I end up, we were fine.
Did you make it?
Yeah.
Aw.
I'm here now.
Yeah.
I actually died 17 hours ago.
Aw.
Ah!
Fuck.
Boo! Nigga. We get to McDonald's. We're gonna get a little snacky poo. We're both
McDonald's. Yep.
and get to the window. My mouth is so dry. It's like I went to your hometown and just started digging in. Nothing but sand in my mouth.
Where's my hometown?
Yemen. There we go. And I can't talk barely.
I know him.
At the window. Like, I'm like, I'll have 2 burger meal. I can't talk. Get to the window.
Mm-hmm.
And this nigga, he goes, how's your night going? It's going fine. How's your night going? And then he's like, I'm tired. I'm really tired. And I still got 2.5 hours left on my shift.
This interaction isn't his fault.
And just sits there and stares at me.
You're not supposed to be that high outside.
But also,
That's not his fault.
but also as the cashier,
Yeah.
why the fuck do I care what your night is looking like?
Hey.
Put the fries in the bag.
You're one of those, huh?
Yes.
I always want to know how they're doing.
No, he could have been, his house could have flooded. His kids could have drowned in the house right before the shift. I
Yeah.
still want my Diet Coke. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
What?
No, I agree.
When I worked at Safeway, I put the groceries in the bag. I didn't say anything about my personal life because it didn't matter.
Well, you were a bagger, though. Beggar.
I
Bagger.
could have been a cashier.
Yeah.
I could have gotten promoted. I didn't want it.
You went from bagger to what? You went from beggar to bagger to bigger to Nick. Ah! Yeah. Driving high is hard.
There's, there's no way.
Huh.
You almost said a slur.
Nuh-uh, never have. I did something else.
What?
Finally remembered. Do you remember the app Randonautica?
No.
Okay. So it got popular a couple years ago, I think, maybe during COVID, when some kids, maybe it was even before, but doesn't matter. Some kids were using it, and it kind of gives you like anomaly locations around you. And they ended up, remember that story when I was jogging in Alki?
You found the body in the suitcase, but I
Yes.
thought that was Pokemon Go.
No.
Okay.
It was Randonautica. And then there's been a bunch of other like real stories that have come out where they used it. It took them to like a car crash site where nobody had found yet, and the dude was like dying in the car, so they called the ambulance and say like
What?
the app has really done some weird shit. There was one time I used it and it took me to a church where there was like a suitcase sitting in the bushes in front of it, and it stunk, and I assumed it was just homeless, but I didn't like open it because it just was gross. But the app has some weird stories behind it that I think is not just marketing. Maybe it just gets lucky. But we decided randomly to use it, and it took us to a random spot in Seattle. And so we're walking around the neighborhood. You park, and we parked, and then the house that was right in front of us where it had taken us was like burned down. It looked like there was a fire there.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're walking around. We're like, oh, that's crazy. I wonder if we could like break in. There's probably no security, whatever. That's where it wants to you like have to think of an intention. That's the part where I think it's like stupid, because I'll always think of
an
money.
intention?
Yeah. You'll choose a spot, and then while it's searching for the spot, you'll think, I want to find money, or I want to find a dead body, or whatever. And it'll like, that's the part that's bullshit.
It'll
obviously.
lead you to that thing.
Stupid.
Okay.
Yeah, that just makes it fun, probably.
What did you?
Always money. But no, it's not going to happen. So we get there, we're walking around, and then the next door neighbor is in the back working on his car and stuff. Older dude, like classic old dude in a scary movie. And I'm curious. So I'm like, hey man, sorry to bug you. I actually used to live on this street, and I just noticed this house, and I'm like, what the heck happened? It was a beautiful home. And I just was hoping the neighbor would have like the details on.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking opened the can of worms, brother.
What happened?
This is gonna bring the shit to a screeching halt, but I'll tell you quickly what happened.
God damn. What does that mean?
It's just heavy.
Okay.
So there was a husband and a wife and 2 kids that lived in that home. The husband was really loving always, and
He Chris Benoit him.
pretty much. One
Deuces, nigga.
one girl survived through jumping out the window because he trapped everyone in there.
To do what? Did he set it on fire or what?
Was killing them and set the place on fire to kill himself along with it.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That's what makes me think this app is fucking weird, because it took us right to this goddamn house. But the guy was telling us the story, and as he's telling it, we're just like, holy shit. And
And it was leading you to that house.
yeah, took us right there.
Bro, that app is sketchy then.
As fuck.
I think it's probably some sinister fucks that take all of the worst stuff that has happened and just direct it that way and make it seem like, oh, random.
And the old dude that was there was the dude that ended up being the first to call the police, because he heard like shots go off, saw the fire, and his part of his house was burned. And so the house had just been boarded up, and I was like, there has to be security, right, to avoid squatters. And they were like, no, just no one goes in there. They know better. I was like, okay.
I mean, yeah.
That's
I
insane.
would never. Would you explore the house?
Yeah.
Really?
Dude, that's like perfect place to find
Bro,
out if ghosts are real
I
or
would
not.
not explore that shit.
Don't you want to know? Don't
It's
you want to know
not
if
that I
spookies
would.
exist?
I don't want to know if ghosts exist. It's that something so traumatic happened there that it doesn't feel right to intrude on what took place.
That's true.
It's like there's some dark shit that happened in that house. I don't need to be anywhere near that.
Did you feel that way about 9/11, like Ground Zero?
No. To me, that's kind of different because it's like a historic event that everyone was impacted by, whether you were there or not. Okay. So it's kind of getting to go to a historical site. In the house, it's like nobody is not getting restored. It's boarded up. The family that lived there tarnished. There's nothing to it. There's no reason to be in that shit. Ugh. Don't you feel like something terrible would happen to you?
100%. The last part about that, though, is the dude told us the guy was always like super anal and controlling about like things he owned. Mm-hmm. And he told me like he took his money out the bank and stuff like that. So I'm like,
that's stupid because with inflation, he's losing money.
Yep. Should open up a Vanguard.
Yeah. I'd take it from out under your bed, put it in your 401k.
Or open up a Vanguard. And, but yeah, so that makes me think there might have been money in there.
What is wrong with you?
Somewhere in the
Imagine going in there.
Yeah.
Where children were murdered.
Yeah.
And finding money and taking the money. You're getting struck by lightning as soon as you step out of the fucking house. You piece of shit. What the fuck? There's no way you would do that. I don't believe it. I have more faith in you as a person. What does that face mean?
No one's using the money.
You take it?
Yeah.
Imagine you spent the first dollar. Somebody in your family's dying. There's no way.
Okay, if you knew there was $1 million cash in there, are you going?
No. No.
Chase, you could go get hair. Your name is Chase, right? You could go get hair and turkey.
No, I can't.
Why?
Because I'm at that stage where it's going in too many places. Like there's certain,
So
I feel like there's certain heads you can tell, like, okay, they should do it. Like my friend, one of my friends, his shit, he has a full head of hair, like all the way up, but
his
hairline is starting to go back.
Yeah.
You could just get that hairline filled in, you're good.
Yeah.
Mine is like going to the top and the crown and then like the sides. So it's spreading out so much that if I get something done, then the rest starts spreading out. Then I got to go back and get more. Yeah. It's too much work.
Too much.
I'd rather just be bald. Perfectly
right. And you look good bald. Imagine if you just lost weight and you realized you had a full head of hair.
Bro, speaking of losing weight, I was talking to my dad and I was saying, like, yeah, I shaved my head. I'm bald now. And then he's like, oh, yeah, all my other friends are bald too. And then I was saying, yeah, the one thing that sucks about being bald is the portrayal of bald guys. So, like, I kept getting ads for, like, head shavers and stuff. It's all fat fucks that I would never want to aspire to be. Like, why is every bald guy look like that? Like, it's like a loss of confidence. You let yourself go. You're just complete loser. And then my dad was like, oh, yeah, my friends are all bald. And I was like,
you don't
they're all fat. It's exactly what I'm saying.
Poor diet contributes to hair loss for sure. Has to.
But then, through discussing this,
yeah,
my dad was like, yeah, I just saw one of them not too long ago. His wife came over with him.
Okay.
And she's 400 pounds. Okay. And they had to swap out 4 chairs to find one that was sturdy enough for her to sit in.
Where does your dad meet these people?
At the carnival, nigga. I have no clue. That is crazy.
That's insane.
Apparently, she drives a bus, which how do you get behind the wheel?
I don't know.
And then I asked,
it has to suck to stand there while the host tries to find chairs for you.
Oh, yeah. I asked, does she drive the bus or does she let the kids climb on her back and she walks to the school? He didn't laugh. I thought that was a good one. You didn't laugh? That was a good one.
What did he say? Come on, somebody.
That was a fucking good one.
Come on, Chase.
It was terribly mean, but it was a fucking good joke.
Oh, it is. You'd be the short bus.
Well, I'm 5'10". I'm regular height.
That's true. You're 5'10" and sexy.
Where are you going with this?
I'm trying to fuck you. I'm trying to fuck you.
Why?
Hot.
Good one.
There was real undertones there. No, that wasn't a joke. Okay.
Do you have your stupid segments?
Yeah. Dude, I'll tell you what, though. Even though I'm about to get into them right now, the air is different around here. things have been different since our president got shot. I haven't been able to walk the streets the same way. There's just an air of unification going on.
What does that mean?
I don't know. But, okay, so you've obviously seen it. You saw he got shot in the ear.
Yes.
Assassination attempt. I think everyone by now knows what happened, so I'm not going to get into all the details. But have you looked at any of the conspiracy theories or stuff going on?
Yes, I've seen them, not by choice. I come across them on TikTok. It's a dude, it's a hillbilly dude filming his TV going, fucking look at this. And it's like some bitch in the background, like pulling her phone out or not taking it serious. He's like, see, this fucking bullshit. I saw one clip of a dude. He had a great angle. He was to like the side of the stage. So he had a clear angle on Trump while he's talking. And a split second before the shots go off, he turns it to a selfie to go like this. And then immediately,
I saw that.
You missed capturing a historic moment on TV. Not on TV, in history.
Yep.
Because you wanted to do the fucking hang loose.
You got to kill yourself.
Stupid piece of shit.
You got to kill yourself.
Oh my God. I have seen some of them.
Yeah.
Tell me your favorite.
The ones that I give the most credence to
Uh-huh.
are the ones where, like, how the fuck did the dude actually get up there 120 yards away?
Yeah.
That's the part
Don't
where
make no sense.
it makes no sense. And then his Secret Service on that day happened to be a couple bumbling
fucks.
Yeah. And it had nothing to do with their gender and everything to do with their gender because
Was it women?
yeah. But like there's a video of her not being able to holster the weapon. And so she like is trying to holster it and she's like looking around like frantically, not decisively. And she's trying to holster it, can't, gives up. So just holding the gun down, keeps looking around and like turning around and stuff while the dude's getting in the car, tries again, still can't holster it. And then once like her whole goal was to put her glasses on. I cannot believe that a presidential candidate is on stage, Secret Service is everywhere, the police are everywhere. Normally they do a 500-yard to 1,000-yard detail of every roof and every surrounding of the rally, months up to a year in advance.
Bro, Mark Maron had Barack Obama on his podcast at one point, and they came like weeks in advance to scout out his whole neighborhood. That's so to miss a roof that close.
A dude who walked in with a gun. There's already a ladder leaning up against the building. He climbs up the ladder, gets on the roof. People are pointing at him. The police apparently he had like a run-in with a cop, and he aimed his rifle at the cop, and the cop just like ran off to get more people.
What?
I don't. That could be a rumor, but that's something that I keep hearing circulating that hasn't been like debunked or turned down. Gets on the roof and gets how many shots off?
Shot like 8 times or something.
Before he gets clipped, because he got hit once and died.
Yeah, I saw.
The BlackRock commercial.
When I saw it initially, my first thought was this something's fishy because to me, based off of what I would do. So when Trump got shot at, they just ducked down and then he gets up and does a fight thing as he's getting carried off. If something grazes my ear and I hear more shots, I'm running and screaming.
Right.
I feel like anybody untrained that's not ready to send shots back is getting out of there.
You realize you got shot in the head?
Everybody's
I wouldn't
running.
even be sure it didn't hit my head. All I see is some blood on my hand and my ear burning. I'm like, oh, that might have. I mean, like I would freak the fuck
I
out.
feel like anywhere if I hear gunshots, I'm sprinting immediately. I don't even care the direction. I end up running towards the nigga by accident.
I don't want to get into that, but what'd you think of Trump's reaction?
As far as a reaction genuinely in that moment to getting shot at, it seemed fishy to me off first view. Because it's weird that they all just duck down behind podium. Obviously, the nigga
They're
got
supposed
shot.
to like walk him off, covering him.
And then then stands straight up and then goes fight before you know if the shooter's dead. Because
they're saying shooter down.
I know,
they don't
but
know if there's
no
more.
way
And
if after you just got shot, you have the wherewithal to comprehend they said that and everything's safe.
So now they know. Now that you know he did, hard or what?
Yeah, that picture of him with the
That's hard,
flag
huh?
behind him.
It's hard.
If I took that as the fucking photographer, I'm walking into Getty Images and I'm beating meat and throwing money
You have
around.
to.
I'm like, fucking pay me.
There's
Holy
a video
shit,
of that
that's-
photographer taking it where
Bro.
the shots start and he doesn't even flinch. He doesn't care that there's shots going. He's just trying to get a better
Savage.
angle. And you
What
got to
a
also think
fucking
like he's
picture.
pointing something black in his hands at
Yeah.
the president. Like you could get shot by the Secret Service in that moment if they just had a lapse in
Yeah,
assessing the threat.
What a great picture that is.
That dude is a
that
savage.
picture's gonna live forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think the reaction of standing up and
Hard.
go fight.
Hard.
I don't see him losing now
No
because
chance.
that reaction is exactly what everyone would be looking for.
Bro, my sister tried to say that he set it up
That's what I thought initially.
initially, but when you give it a second,
Yeah,
there's
and
no
then-
way
and then
you
see,
set
like,
up
the
someone sniping
trajectory
you
of
through
the
the
bullet
fucking
and
ear.
all that stuff. Yeah.
And also the amount of people that had to be in on that. Like he doesn't control Secret Service.
But do you think
it's a
it would-
whole different fucking
Do
thing?
you think it was set up in general?
So here's where I think things
Is-
are fishy. The other things are the
The
dude
kid
had
has
a
no
phone,
background.
no background,
There's
no social media.
Yeah, there's no nothing.
Can't get the FBI can't get into his phone,
They did, and they found nothing.
and they found nothing. That at first they couldn't get into it right
His
away.
last search was like porn or something.
Checks
And
out.
then
He was in a BlackRock commercial.
He was a Republican, but donated to Democrat or whatever. Like,
Well, he was a Democrat for a long time
Oh.
and recently switched to a Republican, and not too long ago had donated to a Democrat before the switch. So,
but
and then there's pictures of him online that none of the media outlets are posting, but there's pictures of him that were taken prior where he has like eyeliner on and a choker on.
real nigga.
He-
So
well,
was my sister the shooter?
yes, he was more hairless, but
Hey,
sorry, she's hot. But so yeah, there's that stuff. He was in the BlackRock commercial, which I'm not saying is anything specific, but
Yeah.
he was in one. And then he also, the building that he climbed onto was also owned by BlackRock. That's also true. Not that that means anything because they fucking own
don't
everything, but
yeah, I just think it's weird that he has nothing.
every sniper,
There's no background on this guy at all.
Tim Kennedy,
That's what seems weird to me is that they found somebody that has perfectly clear history that happened to do this. Come on.
did.
I don't know who would be behind it. Who would be behind it? I don't know why, whatever the reasons. But it doesn't seem to me. I don't feel like whoever, like you know how the deep state is the idea that all the billionaires that really run the country make all the decisions. Like,
Do you know any of them?
influence? No, I don't. Care.
George, no, I like George Soros is an
Yes,
example of
yeah,
one.
yeah.
That guy. That's real. Like that's a real person.
I know, but
Clintons
I'm saying
and
okay.
Obama, yeah.
Put your foil hat away for 2 seconds.
Okay,
Fuck.
sorry, I'm in this deep. We're vibing.
Like the people that are really running the country.
Yeah.
Typically, I've always been on the idea that they're smart and they're making chess moves. They're 10 steps ahead of everybody else.
You're talking about
Sorry.
the
Anyway, what I was saying before the camera cut out. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Like the whole deep state thing was well thought out situations that they influence us with. Do they really just go throw a nigga on a roof 400 feet away, have him have no background and shoot? Like that's it?
he was on point too. He would have hit.
Like, come on. Like they're not even trying to cover up a lie to us anymore if that's the thing. Like
Let me build
it's
off
very-
of that because you're saying that seems weird, and I'm saying that's been their
wait,
status
time
quo.
out.
Yeah.
But then also with, like, for instance, even the candidates as well. Like, they knew that Biden was not going to be able to run because he's not there. And then now they're going to swap him out late, and the Democrats are going to lose most likely because of that. So it's like, what? Whoever wanted the Democrats to win, why are you doing that? What's behind it? I don't understand what their whole play is. It doesn't seem like sophisticated like it used to be, I guess.
I agree. I think you're dead on. And the first time that I really noticed this was when Epstein got killed.
Yeah, and then the guard fell asleep. The cameras
Cameras
are
turned
off.
off.
It's like, what do you mean, man? Lie to me.
This is the most wanted.
Makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that was so messy where everyone goes, okay, come
Yeah,
on.
what the fuck?
And so that happens. I'm like, okay, that's a clear chink. Like that's something everyone can look at and go, that's fishy. And then
A
we
clear
got
what?
chink in the armor.
Okay. Well, you should probably say the full.
A clear person that isn't yellow and doesn't look Irish.
Wow. Finish your sentence.
That happened, and you know, it's not like we don't have a history of assassinations. There's fucking Reagan, Kennedy, other presidents I don't know about, Abraham Lincoln. They're just, you know, it's possible, and it feels like every time they try to do something to this dude, whether it's ruin his name through the media, get him under false or real allegations, which, by the way, the case was dropped, and then fucking kill him, they just make him bigger. It's unreal to me.
Yeah, I mean, using the media to like push agendas and stuff is at least more discreet. It makes more sense. It's easier to blend in and like because you're using other people to influence. Blah blah blah. But putting a nigga on a roof in front of all of our faces, I don't understand what the end goal is. Like how it doesn't seem like they have the shit on lock like they
Anymore,
used to.
yeah.
They lost recipes.
A lot of people
I don't know what
argue
happened.
that's Trump because he's not on that in on all that, and he's just kind of like exposing a lot and running the show.
I know. So why wouldn't they then lean into making the Democrats better, so they could have somebody
they
on the
fucked up
ends?
with Biden because they didn't expect
But
him
how
to
the
diminish
how-
this much in 4 years.
How
He was chilling at the start of that, at the start of his run. He wasn't like
I know,
retarded.
but then even though we might not have known it was that bad. Like for instance, me.
Mhm.
Like I don't keep up with politics like that. I knew like his mind was going. He's falling in stupid shit, but nothing that's super alarming until I saw him talk recently, and I was like, oh my god, this man is fucked up.
I was stoked he won
So
at first.
I know I'm saying a couple years into
Oh
his,
yeah.
presidency. So people on the ends would definitely be more privy to this. So if you have an idea that his shit is going, why would they put themselves in a predicament if they didn't want Trump to win? Like if it's the deep state that fuck it, he's gonna ruin it for us. He's gonna drain the swamp. Why wouldn't they set themselves up on the Democrat side well in advance? Good.
Bro, I don't want to get sick.
Yeah,
Please.
let me get my COVID spit on you.
If I get sick, I'm burning your house down.
You
I'm
got a
straight-
lot to burn, bro.
I'm-
There's
I'm gonna be
3
pissed.
floors. Come
No,
on,
it'll
baby.
burn like
I
fucking.
could use one match
It's
in your
just
living
drywall.
room and
It's
set your
just
bathroom
drywall.
on fire.
There's nothing here but drywall.
What's in your house besides stone floors that heat up? Cool. You can make it grilled cheese and heat up the shit that you have on your floor.
And the lights dim. You choose the color of the lights, floor to ceiling windows.
Oh, wow.
Keep going.
Yeah.
New amenities.
400 square feet, $2,100 a month. Ah,
21? That's not true.
I'm jealous.
Someone's hungry again. Hope
Yeah.
the mic caught that.
I'm sorry. I haven't eaten in fucking 7 days because I've been sick.
Impossible. And tell me what, your place is all big and shit, but I could literally accidentally elbow something and a whole staircase falls down. See, there was a lot of opportunity for me to stutter there, and I held it together.
Good shit, man.
Okay. Well, yeah, something fishy. He's winning for sure now. I don't know who's going to be the Democratic candidate.
I don't know either. I don't really give a fuck about any of this.
First time. Oh,
Just
last
say,
thing.
well,
Sorry.
who cares,
Last thing.
man?
Last thing. This was the first time a Trump rally had been live on CNN, had been airing live on CNN as well. And then right after this happened, and it was not successful, Biden caught COVID. And now because he got sick with COVID, he's thinking about dropping out the race.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just saying.
all that stuff. Like, we know what it is, but I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
Also, one thing I noticed, I saw part of the RNC thing
Same.
on TikTok. It just came up on my feed.
That's
and
how
I
it works.
was just sitting there tossed watching it. The main takeaway that I got from it, J.D. Vance is the vice president nominee or whatever. He was giving a speech, and it just blew my mind how structured the cadence was.
He's good.
But not also.
No, I mean at speaking.
He is, but he isn't.
What did he do wrong?
Because like giving the speech, it's so structured of da 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 ba da ba ba da ba, and Biden took the jobs. Boo. But Trump, da 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 ba da ba. Yeah.
It's actually a breath of fresh air for me.
Really?
I'm so tired of
But it's
how
not even
poor Biden and Trump speak.
I know, yes.
That like
yeah,
a little bit of that Obama structure.
I agree, but like Obama came across like genuine
Yeah,
in what
he
he's
had more
saying.
flavor,
It felt like he's just clearly reading off a teleprompter.
He's not used to this
putting
stage yet.
anything behind it as like who he is.
Yeah.
And it's still people are clapping or booing or whatever in the specific slots for that. Sorry.
It's okay.
Specific slots
It's
for
okay.
that
It's
he
okay.
left.
Yeah.
Kind of like when you're doing stand up, you leave room for the laugh, but he did it for like the boos or whatever.
Yeah.
Biden ruined this country. Boo. But we're gonna make it better. Like, it just felt so odd to me that that's what is still happening as far as a speech goes, considering we all know what it is at this point. So why do they do that?
I don't know.
Very odd.
I think he's also new to this. Not that like he doesn't have.
But
all
he's
the
true to
experience.
this.
Hey,
What you want to do with this?
chilling at a nudist.
With Ludacris.
Hey.
Chilling at a nudist shit with some Ludacris.
Grab his ass
And yell, who's the bitch?
while I take a piss.
No.
All right.
Nope. I was good. You were bad.
Yep. Agree. Next is Cody Co allegations. Do you know anything about it?
Tana Montague. I hate this shit. Tana Montague,
I went down the
YouTuber
rabbit
or
hole.
whatever, on a podcast or something that said that they slept together when she was 17.
He was 25.
Okay.
26, 25.
Go.
So,
Cody Co reviewed a video I was in, so I got a soft spot for him, man.
yeah.
He didn't say shit about me because he knew he was cooking the video, didn't cook me. You're goddamn right. Because you're out here doing whatever. You're doing who's or what's it with minors.
Yeah.
So watch your tone, buddy.
So this is I went down the rabbit hole of Cody and Tana Mongoose, and this is the fucking the
Bees
thing.
knees.
Yeah, this is what I think is really weird. So first of all, Tana comes out, is saying all of this, and alludes to it on like a Patreon episode that wasn't supposed to be on the internet
Okay.
because she was on stage. Says they asked her who was like the worst hookup or like the smallest dick, and she was like, worst hookup and smallest dick was Cody Co, especially since I was 17. And that was all that. That's how it started.
Yeah.
That got clipped up, went all over the internet. No one's responding to it, but all the podcasters in that space are making videos like discussing what this means, if it's accurate. Then she made another podcast. She has a podcast with Brooke Schofield called The Canceled Podcast, and they made an episode where she fully discusses
the
it.
canceled podcast. Watch this. This is me dying.
They get more views than we've got
I don't care.
times 17 trillion.
What does that matter?
They're winning. We can't hate on winners.
What are you talking
Winners
about
focus on winners. Losers focus on...
on this subject?
No, this is the hot topic right now.
Who gives a fuck?
Everyone on the internet.
Not everyone.
Yeah, but you're barely on the internet.
That's not true.
Okay, but you don't know what's
Anyway,
hip
finish
or
the
hopping.
stupid thing.
Every podcast...
You can't talk about a stupid title. And that's
Cancel
coming from
podcast?
niggas with a neon light. Stupid title. You're going to cancel me? Go ahead, cancel me. I bet you want to cancel me. Cancel me. Stupid fucking title. Anyway, go.
2 million views.
Why are you defending...
Just because it feels like you're punching so up that I'm like, you're just hating the hate. Just because it's not our
I
niche.
hate the title.
Cancel podcast. Why? They get canceled all the time. Like the fan bases in that space turn on them all the time, so they just name the podcast.
You don't say that whole entire genre and section of the internet is not disgusting and terrible.
It can be.
I'm not even
I think
hating
it can be
they're corny.
interesting sometimes. It's not for me.
They're
but,
fucking corny.
But when it transcends and every podcaster and your show, everyone's going to talk about this, then I'm in.
What?
When it transcends their space and everyone's talking about it, then I'm in.
Okay.
Because
but
every video is going to have the thumbnail of Cody and Tana.
Cool.
What do we think?
I understand
Yeah.
that, but I'm saying that the Tana
Mongoose.
bitch
Yeah.
and all of whatever the fuck they got going on as far as their network,
Yeah.
all of them are fucking corny.
To us, usually, yeah.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
my point. So
Okay.
the cancel title still corny and fucking
You're gonna
whack.
make people not interested.
What are you scared of?
Our fans
Nobody's
leaving.
interested to begin with. Who gives a fuck?
Okay. Anyways, so that happened, and then they ended up making a full episode where like they discussed what happened. She talked about how she was 17 and Cody was way older, and how wrong it was now that she's actually 25, 26. The thing that makes it tricky for Cody is that this came out recently. He got married. He just had a kid. And the internet really loves Cody. He's been around for so long. And so they have a hard time seeing him in any type of
Negative
light. And the thing that happened yesterday that everyone is talking about now that I wanted your opinion on. So he has done a good job of scrubbing comments, not responding to anything.
Yeah.
And this is really taken off. Like every podcast is starting to talk about it the last few days. He had a DJ spot that he had last night, and everyone thought he's for sure going to cancel in lieu of these allegations. They're going to advise him not to. Video comes out of him DJing, just happy as fuck, dancing to the beat, and the song he's playing is I'm Sorry by Justin Bieber. It's not too late to say sorry now. And then like he remixes it and stuff. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but everyone thinks that was definitely the wrong move while you have all this shit brewing. And yeah, because it is statutory rape.
Do you think it's the wrong move?
Yeah. I think he
How
needs
so?
to come out and address it because he can't ignore it and delete comments when it's this big now.
I'm saying
He looks way worse.
I know, but I'm saying if you were him and you had done this,
Yeah.
wouldn't that be the play to not acknowledge it and carry on as if life is?
No, because you committed statutory rape.
Well,
Say
I know-
something
I
or
know-
all your
I mean,
fans are going to leave.
Well, are they not going to leave if he does? They should.
Well, there's like a big movement
Like,
now.
I'm saying, obviously, what he did, if that's true and he did it, he's a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
But if you're him and you know that you have so much to lose, isn't it better to just not acknowledge it than to acknowledge it and the rush of all the shit's going to happen?
I don't know.
'Cause if
I think it
you-
makes him look
even-
worse acting like it doesn't exist.
Because I just think
Because now you have no remorse.
if you've done it and you just don't ever acknowledge it, that's better. A
Jesus
better
Christ.
chance of surviving. Because if he comes out and he's like, I was 25, I made mistakes, it's over for you, buddy.
It's already too late. Like,
Hang it up.
His wife had to disable all comments.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you're right. It's like,
Every video you go to.
I guess it's a race of can he hold out long enough for the attention to die down.
And then
but-
what happened also is that this girl came out on a podcast named Gabby, and she used to be big on Vine and stuff from back then.
Uh-huh.
He caught him and Tana at a party, and he went up to her. She went up to him and was like, "Yo, I don't know if you know this, but that girl's 17." And he was like, "Oh shit, are you serious? Like, thanks for letting me know." And then they went and hooked up that night. After.
Oh.
And so she had told that story on a podcast without using names to the T.
And then they pieced
So
it
now
together.
it's like corroborated,
Uh-huh.
and they even talked about it now. Like Tana's talked about Gabby knowing.
Yeah.
He needs to. I think he needs to address it. And I don't know what this does to his image. Like I haven't seen someone
I think-
so loved before
Probably
face a
done.
downfall. Really?
Well, yeah. And I think you kind of should be.
Yeah.
Because even if she's close to being of age, a 25-year-old hanging out with a 17, there's not really any way to spin that where you're not a fucking weirdo.
Agree.
But I will say, if he did that, 100% piece of shit, get him out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, my issue is, why the fuck does this lady pop out with some bullshit every time? That's my issue, is I don't like her in general because she's always involved in some nonsense.
Yeah.
And this is the most recent thing.
Yeah.
It's a trend of her popping out with some fucking bullshit.
That's what I don't like either. It's like you're the common denominator, not when you were
Which
17.
makes me think is, did she disclose this because she wanted to get some more shit popping? Which, regardless, get him out. But
because she's allowed to.
if
If
she's
it's
doing
her
it intentionally
trauma,
just to keep the shit rolling, just to keep her train of eyes on her, that's fucking whack. I don't like her.
to play devil's
I don't
avocado.
like her.
To play devil's avocados though, if it's your trauma and you're the one that went through it as the victim, shouldn't you be allowed to monetize it? Because she's still the one that.
Sure, but also how fucking sick in the head do you have to be to just go out of the way to monetize
An influencer these days.
that? Exactly what is happening. This
Yeah.
is that regardless of the reasoning, it's still fucking weird. Like how does your brain operate to where that happens?
Yeah.
Like
No, I agree. I like some of the shit people
all this
talk
stuff
about online.
like it gives me a gross feeling.
It did bum me
people
out,
give
though.
me a gross feeling.
Because Cody was like, I like Cody Co. I liked Cody Co. And I know this was 8-10 years ago.
Rumor has it
whatever,
you just did a mukbang where you streamed all of his videos.
I want to know what his wife has to say. That has to be so fucking crazy to just like
Yeah.
give birth and then now your husband is a statutory
You just
rape.
gotta just dunk the baby in the trash. Get it out.
That's the answer.
No, that sucks. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would. I don't envy anybody in that position. That's terrible.
No, yeah. She's been ghost comments off. All right. Cody's a
no. And also, what do you mean? We just had the biggest IT outage in history. Did you know that?
Yeah, I heard about it. Like Spirit Airlines and everything is down.
Yeah, it was a company called like CrowdStrike. Apparently, they're one of the biggest cybersecurity forces there is, and they had managed everything, like all sorts of shit from grocery stores, airlines, all that nonsense. They pushed the patch on a Friday, which caused the blue screen of death that just cycles continuously, like infinitely. So the only way to fix it, they can't fix it. It had to be individual IT teams for all the different companies that were affected.
Absolutely.
Brother, but like,
That's how you get fired.
My
right?
girlfriend said it happened to her work. Her IT guy had to come in. It was his day off. Can you imagine being an
my
IT
God.
person having to deal with a code red on a fucking Friday?
Getting paid overtime though, right?
Even still,
Yeah, it
you
sucks.
had plans that night, and now
You're an IT guy.
they're in jeopardy.
You're gonna go sit on something hard and play
Come
video
on,
games.
don't be rude. But still, that is absolute nonsense. What kind of pieces of shit ship an update on a Friday? That should be rule number one.
Have they explained themselves?
I don't know if they've
Do we know
explained
why?
themselves.
Dude, I'll be honest, when I first saw the headlines, I was like, here we go.
Yeah, I
Some
thought it was
overseas-
like bad too. I was like,
Here we go.
fuck, somebody knocked us offline.
Oh, I'm not gonna be able to play
this doesn't
COD.
seem- Okay, fuck you. No, Xbox went down on Friday though for a separate reason before that,
Oh, really?
and I was like, you pieces of shit.
Yeah.
And then I found out about this. I was like, okay, that makes a little bit
Yeah,
more
yeah.
sense. The world's ending, but then
Dude.
to find out that it's just some idiot pushing an update, that makes me feel better.
And I just keep hearing about how the most vulnerable the U.S. is as far as defense is, like cybersecurity
Mhm.
and like the power grid and everything. And I'm like, I'm waiting. Iran, China, Russia,
I would
they're
just
gonna
like to
fuck
live
us, dude.
peacefully and mind my business. These motherfuckers are gonna nuke us all off the planet. For why? Why can't we just all kick it? Why can't?
You're so you figured it
I've
out.
had Asian roommates. I've had Russian roommates. We all were fine. We all just hung out in the house, minded our business. We had our own different territories.
You got one of them to nuke though. You kissed one of them and they nuked the wall.
Oh yeah, he put a nuke in the
and
wall.
that's how it happens, brother. Biden goes and kisses the president of China, and then now we're getting fucked. Metaphoric theatricals.
We can't end on something that weak.
Okay. I'll do the Reddit thing. We also have the Mike Perry Jake Paul, but no, I'll skip that.
See, come on, get out of here.
I'm
with
actually
these
interested
topics.
in
I'm
that.
sick of these topics that you have. I'm sick of that.
They're
side
what
of the-
everyone's
Quit
talking about.
delving in that side of the internet,
What would
Be
you have put
better.
in that place?
huh?
Every video is going to talk about it. Sorry, I'm fucking
One thing.
finger on
Okay,
the
I
pulse.
get
baby.
it. End on this. What? Because your sports are going down the toilet. The quality is going down. There's
Which
been
sport?
discussions about UFC. The matchups that they're putting together recently not been that great.
After
If you compare it to, I saw a card from like 2014 or something, and half of the people on there, either Hall of Famers, some of the biggest known fighters of all time. Now we got, what do we get? We get Rose and Tracy for the headliner.
You know why?
The board.
You know why though?
Why?
Because it's on the cusp of UFC 300 and 303. So we've had the most massive. The 300s don't happen every year. Like the hundreds don't happen every year. You work up to them, and when they happen, you pack them so hard. A lot of the cards afterwards suffer for it. 303 and 300 were so fucking packed, even in between that. So now we're in a little lull.
Why are they putting out so much of a shit product then? Why not just do big cards?
They have a quota they have to meet for ESPN.
Well,
and the fights aren't bad. They're just not
going down.
Popular. That's all.
That's the issue. It's
yeah, but the product isn't bad. It's just you're not seeing a fighter that you know.
I'm not gonna watch.
Yeah.
Same with everybody else. Not gonna watch unless you're a dedicated fucking MMA freak.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Which nobody has that many. There's not that many wallet chains out there. So
that's I'm just saying you got to keep in mind down. It's on the aftermath of like the heaviest cards ever.
Boxing, pure dog shit, terrible fucking sport, rigged garbage, and then you got YouTubers fighting CTE.
What are you sucking?
Idiots.
Steph Curry's clit on Team USA.
Yes, I'd much rather watch that. But then what's going on with all these influencer fucks getting in and asking questions? What's happening with this?
What do you mean?
Did you not see Ariel Hawani
yeah.
have to...
Oh, the Chupapi Muñaño?
Yeah, some guy gets up there and go Chupapi Muñaño into the mic where reporters are asking actual questions.
That's why it happens.
I hate your sports.
That's why
happening to your sports? Can you clean them up?
Yes. Jake Paul boxing shit, that's not my sport. I'll watch it, but that's not.
It's your combat sports. It's
I think Jake Paul is a legit boxer now, first of all. So if you don't like watching him, you just don't like boxing. Because he'll knock someone out.
I don't like boxing. I've said this.
Second, Mike Perry's amazing. So like seeing their two personalities go head to head is interesting to me. More so than Mike Tyson. So I'll watch that today. But we don't have to get into the fight. Boxing's ass. UFC is just naturally, it always has a lull. After UFC 200, the next 5 cards were ass. After UFC 100, they didn't know what to do. That's how it goes. It's just they packed into.
Why 5 cards ass? That's not good.
Just too many good fighters. They blow their load at the beginning of the year.
The numbered UFCs should always be a banger, and I stand by that.
It'll be nice.
I'll give you a break on the fight nights.
Okay.
But every card should be good because you're selling it on pay-per-view. Sure. For $70, I shouldn't have to watch somebody Rakhmonov Shamakhayev that I've never seen before.
Fair.
He's got a 4-0 record. He's from Khabib's camp, and he always wears a stupid fur hat. And stop it. Give me good old shit that I know.
Yeah, you're right.
And now I'll step off my soapbox.
No, it's fair. The fights have been, the cards have been pretty lackluster.
Do you have anything else?
Yeah, I'll do it on my asshole. I read last time. You want to read it?
No, it makes sense for you to read this anyway because if you look at the clip that I posted of us doing the Am I the Asshole, you're literally mouthing all of the words.
I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, you shouldn't have.
But it was funny.
Yeah, so go ahead and read it and I won't mouth.
That was fucking ridiculous. Why was I doing that?
I don't know.
What the fuck? Am I the asshole for not inviting a child with Down syndrome to my son's birthday party? What's that?
I wasn't ready. Go.
I, 34-year-old female, was planning my son's, he's turning 7's birthday party. It was going to be at our house, and I allowed for him to have up to 6 friends over. He chose 6 of his friends, and we sent the invitations, and they all said that they could come. Fast forward to the day of the party, and we all had a great time and sang happy birthday. I took a video of everyone singing happy birthday, and I, with permission, posted this on Instagram. The next day, I was bombarded by messages from a mom on the PTA who follows my Instagram. She was upset I didn't invite her child who has Down syndrome. She said that her kid and my son are friends. I'd never heard my son mention this kid, so I asked him about him. And he said they were friends last year but haven't talked for a while. I'm going to hold the jokes in. I told my mom, I told the mom this, and she told me that I am disgusting for not inviting her son and she told me about how he never gets invited to events. I feel bad for him, but I only invited people who my son wanted to invite. She keeps blasting my phone with messages. Am I the asshole?
No, because if you said you're inviting 6 and you filled the 6, let's say you had a cap. Also, your son didn't invite him. It's one thing if you didn't, your son wanted the kid to come and then you said no. But if your son didn't invite him, how's she even supposed to know?
Yeah.
That's not her fault.
It's a good, strong opinion.
The lady that has the son with Down syndrome is really projecting her anger onto this lady.
Yeah, she's acting retarded.
Sure, okay, that sucks. That's miserable. Your son doesn't get invited.
And you
to
care
stuff.
about him.
I'm sure that's difficult as a parent.
Yeah.
This lady didn't do anything to you. You can't just sit there and berate her because your son didn't get invited.
You should be mad at God.
Teach your son how to do head spins and backflips and shit.
Yeah, get cool.
Yeah, you get involved.
Yeah.
You're in the PTA, bitch. You should be networking, shaking hands, kissing babies. Get your son in there.
Bro, can I vote for you?
Just don't shoot me, please.
Where does your forehead start?
Fuck you.
Where your lower back hair.
How would you handle that if the lady's berating you? Like, as a parent, what do you do?
I think as a mom, I'm going to start with the lady's perspective real quick. Because if I knew I gave...
As a parent, and you go, as a mom, you'll never know what that's like.
True.
So maybe just handle it as a parent. What do you do, stupid fucking idiot? Think!
Yes. I'm sorry. I forgot that I don't have parents.
The CTE has clouded up your brain.
As a parent with a Down syndrome kid, I think I wouldn't be mad at people for not wanting to be around that. Like, I would be upset that my son isn't as social, doesn't have as many friends, but I would also understand that he's missing stuff, like chromosomes, and he's not, I'm trying not to make this a funny thing, but like, I would feel like, I wouldn't want that freak to go to a party.
I'm saying as the parent of the birthday party song.
Yes.
If you're getting berated by the son or the mom of the son with Down syndrome.
What would I do?
Yeah, how do you handle it?
I would send a voice note going,
You're not very good at this.
It's a podcast.
Oh my God, man.
Okay, let me try again.
How would you handle it actually?
I would send a video of me doing a wheelie on a fucking...
You gotta put a phone up on like the table and celebrate extra hard. Go up to the kids at the table like, we're having so much fun, and you turn to the camera, you're like, see?
No drool, all of us walking.
All right, we're done. That's our show.
It's fucking unpleasant.
You need help. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever.
Also, find them like-minded friends. Get them some fucking...
Like, subscribe, bye.
The deformed party.